Chat box is there. Meeting chat is already on. Good morning to all of you. And okay, I'm sharing you the link. Good morning to all of you. Happy New Year, and we welcome you all in the project management class. I am Dr. N.M. Misra, and I'm your area chair of operations management area. Those who have opted operations as a specialization, I am your head of the department, and I hope only 2 participants are here with us, so I hope some more will join. Otherwise, we will discuss with you only, all of you. I am sharing you a link, and you just confirm me the link. Can you see the link or not? Uh, Please check this link. Can you see this link now? Please check it. I have already shared you the link. Yes. So this is the link wherein this is a Padlet link, right? And on this Padlet link, this is a open learning link for please those who are, I'm requesting everyone, those who are their mic is on, please mute your mic, right? Thank you. Welcome, Lavneet Sharma. Today is the first class. We welcome you all in the session 1. I shared you a link, right? Uh, I shared you the link also for a channel which I have created for learning, project management channel link, which is there on your channel link, as well as this Padlet platform. Again, some of you are asking, please share the link again. I am sharing you the link. I am replying to you. Link, right? And here you will get the PowerPoint. We have also created one channel of project management learning where we can add you for learning purpose and for learning. If you want on a team itself, we created a project management channel, and in that channel, if we want to add, we need your email ID, IMTCDL, whatever you have given your email ID, that you can write to me. My email ID is nmmisra@imtcdl.ac.in. And here I have already uploaded some of the learning document, like one of the format how to prepare the project charter, that I have already uploaded on the channel, project management channel, which is there on the team. So for on the project management channel, in that case you have to share me your IMTCDL email ID, like for example your roll number @imtcdl.ac.in. if you will share with me, I will add you on that particular channel. And on the Padlet platform, if you will go to the Padlet platform, which I have shared to you, it is continuous learning. It will show you how it has started from 2015 until now. We have students have learned, and I continue today by sharing you session 1, and I have shared you a PPT also of today's session. And through this platform only, we will complete whole 15 chapters journey. I am going to start today, as it is session 1. So I am going to start today. First of all, I am telling you Happy New Year for 2021. And once again, I am welcoming you, all the same 2 participant and same 4 participant. Those who have opted operations management as an elective subject at IMTCDL. I am your area chair, and whatever the issue pertaining to operations management elective is there, you can free and open to write to me. My email ID I now have already shared to you. For any electives, right, I will teach you 2 elective. Another is going to be taught and already been taught by some of my visiting faculties. So wherever you will face a challenge, wherever you need some sort of learning support from our side, you can connect to me, and my email ID is there. I will share you my WhatsApp ID also. My WhatsApp ID is 931-220-8371. All of you please note down my WhatsApp ID also. I am going to share you the PowerPoint first, and in this PowerPoint we will start the discussion. I think all of you can see the PowerPoint now. Okay, so all of you, I'm happy to see all of you are interacting, and here is the journey of introduction. In this whole project management journey, whether you are in the executive program of semester 2 or semester 4, the course is same, right? And we have 15 chapters altogether in this unit, in this course, project management course. And these 15 chapters, we have to cover it in 8 sessions. 8 sessions means one session is of 1.5 hours, means 90-minute sessions. We have to cover 8 sessions. In 8 sessions, 15 chapters. So more or less, we have to cover 2 chapters, 2 chapters per day, 2 chapters in each session. In each session. Am I clear? So we are fixing now accordingly. You can think about the agenda. We are fixing the agenda of learning. Agenda for the session 1. If I am writing here session and here I am writing the chapter, please note down all of you, or unit we can say. In the terminology of open and distance learning, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making here instead of making there. It will not give a good look. So I'm making here for all of you. So you have chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and say example 8. Right? 7, 8. This is your session number. And here is your unit number or chapter. So in the session 1, you will learn chapter 1, 2. In the session 2, we will cover 3, 4 chapter. Session 3, we will cover 5, 6. Session like that you can think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, sorry, 8, 9, sorry, 7, 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14. Yeah, and finally you will get 15 and 15 only, one chapter. So we have a buffer of one session which we can use for here and there. If some chapter is going long, then we can switch off to the next session. That is for that purpose. The last session is 15, but one thing we can do. So if today, if I'm going to share you 2 chapters, introduction to project management, 1 chapter, if I think all of you have already got the book. I think all of you just see the book is already there with you. Can you see all of you the book? Can you see all of you am I with you, friends? Can you hear me? You can write on a chat box. Can you hear me? Uh, uh, yes, okay, fine. So now you can see I am sharing you the book to everyone, and this is the book for to all of you that you can see. And in this book, if you will refer, there are 13 chapters only. 3 chapters are there, right? 13 chapters are there. So we have 8 sessions and 13 chapters. So almost book you cannot able to see, no issue. The book is there with you, no? Book is there with you. There are total chapter is 13, right? 13 chapters are there. And today is the session 1, right? Today we will learn only one unit, chapter 1. Because in 8 sessions we have to complete. So today you are going to learn only one chapter, chapter 1. This is the agenda for day 1. Now, I think all of you can see on the screen. You are going to learn introduction to project management. All of you with me? Are you with me? 1 minute. Now, one minute. Introduction to project management. All of you are aware with the fact that project, if you recall those who are in the semester 4, I have already taught you the operations management, and those who are in the semester 2, I may not be able to teach you, some other person have taught you. But let me tell you, let me try to recall you the operations management. In the operations management, we have already discussed you the various process of manufacturing or various process of services, process planning. So various type of process you might have seen. The one of the process that all of you are aware with the fact that we have the departments and assembly line process. All of you know there is one process where you are having the assembly line, and in that assembly line you are manufacturing any product and services. Similarly, you have already learned a batch processing. Batch processing is also a way of manufacturing the goods and services. The third type of process all of you have learned, and all of you are very familiar with that you have the different departments, and in each department the item moves and you are manufacturing it. It's called departmental processing, or the name you are already knowing. What is the name that I want to see on the chat box from your side? That's the third one. The fourth one is all of you are already knowing that fixed position processing means you are manufacturing the plane, where plane is kept at one place and different items are coming, different works are coming there and performing the work. on the plane, and then the plane is coming up as an output. So these are the different type of process you have come across in the operations management. But one thing, let me tell you, in all type of process like assembly line process, 5 type of process you have learned, wherein I explained 4 type: assembly line, batch process, departmental processing, that is called, and the fixed position process, and 5th type of process is called project process. That the detail of how to the project process works. In all these 4 type of process which I have explained on the top, assembly line, batch process, fixed position, here the same, on the same platform, time and again the product you are manufacturing. Continuously you can use the platform to manufacture the product and services. Am I right? In the assembly line process, if you are manufacturing pizza, the platform is not changing. Product, n number of pizza you can manufacture. On a batch process, you can, in a group of product groups, you can n number of group of item, group of toy you can manufacture. On a departmental process or a unit process, you can, the item will move from paint shop, n number of car you can manufacture, n number of office, n number of banks have a departmental process, n number of customer can be processed, but the bank will remain same, process will remain same. In the fixed position process, the n number of aeroplane, n number of missile you can manufacture, the platform will remain same, only the one by one missile will come, one by one the aeroplane will come, and you have to deliver. That is fixed position process. But there is a 5th type of process that is called project process. In the project process, what is happening is, it is a one-time process. The moment you completed the manufacturing of product and services, development of product and services, that platform will not exist. That is and therefore this process is called project process. For example, if you are constructing the building, on the same platform you cannot construct time and again the building. If you are constructing a bridge, time and again you cannot develop on the same platform n number of bridges. So therefore the project process is a one-time process. Project process is a one-time process. Am I clear? It is a set of activity, one-time process, and examples are building, bridge, computer software. If you are developing a software program, software for a Bank of India, then on the same platform you cannot develop the another the product financial software for an State Bank of India, right? That is a different process. It's a one-time process. So we are starting the discussion with the element of the discipline with a small case study. The death combining Mount Ekaua is a American case and an extreme example of consequence associated with the lack of discipline. Discipline to act on the earlier decision to curtail summit attempts after the agree to turn around time or in the severe weather. Avoid pressure to cast aside shortcut project management practice like planning are the pillar of the project management discipline. So this is the very important thing. If your planning is proper, you can construct a good building. Managing project at the CIA involves short notice to occur, unspent funds, discipline required, needed planning, and quick action. These are what are the things needed to ensure a effective and efficient project that is being discussed in this case. The top 2% of the project managers spend twice as much as time planning as the other 98%. Identify those pillars. So now the learning objective of your chapter number 1. All of you refer your chapter number 1. First of all, in this chapter, we will try to define the project. What is project? What are the different characteristics that are common for most projects, and describe the reason why more organizations are using project management. This is the first thing we will learn in this session 1. Second thing we will learn is we will try to describe the major activities and deliverables at each project life cycle stage. And we will also discuss the list and define the 9 knowledge area and 5 process groups of the project management body of knowledge, PMBOK. What is PMBOK? That also we will demonstrate you on the through the internet, right? And then we will do the multiple choice question which we are expecting for the examination point of view, and we have given at the end of each chapter. We will delineate measures of the project success and failures and reason for both. Identify the project roles and distinguish the key responsibility for each. What are the different roles are there, that also we will discuss. The learning objective LO1. All of you see what is a project. As I have already told, it is a one-time activity, a temporary endeavor. This definition is taken from PMBOK guide. What is this PMBOK guide and how you can access this PMBOK guide, that I will demonstrate you. Don't worry, right? First of all, you think I am citing the definition of the project is written on a PMBOK guide. What is the full form of PMBOK? Project Management Body of Knowledge. Please note down PMBOK full form. Project Management PM Body of Knowledge. And this PMBOK is a big association, right? And that is creating the knowledge for the project managers. So what is project? A temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or result. Am I clear? It's a one-time activity. A project requires an organized set of work efforts. Number 1. Project requires a level of detail that is progressively elaborated upon as more information is discovered. So the important thing here is a one-time activity. Project is an organized set of work efforts. If you are putting an efforts, you have to put in an organized set of efforts. Then only you can lift the load, right? So, and project is a one-time activity. Project are subject to a limitation of time. Time is also fixed, and resources are fixed. Resources, what is resource? Who will say? If I am saying resources are fixed, time and resource are fixed in the project. Resources means, if moment I will say resource, please note down. Resource means man, 5 M's. What is this 5M? All of you please note down. Man, machine, material, money and method. All of you note down. These are the resources. All are fixed in the project. Projects are subject to limitation of time and resources such as money and people. Man, M for man, material, resource I am saying man, material, money, methods and man, money, material, method and all of you think about. I have already told that is the last aim is for you to think.
Machines.
Okay, very good. Please stop. Project have a defined beginning and ending. This is because the time is fixed. Therefore, there is a starting point and there is an end point in the project. So what is a project? Project has a unique combination of stakeholders. What is this stakeholder is all about? Unique combination of stakeholder. The project, you are developing a software, right? So you are one and you have a team members, you have a project team. This is your internal stakeholder. And you are developing the software for a client, right? and this client will serve the consumers. So you and the client are the internal stakeholder of this project, because you, as per the expectation, as per the desire of the client, you have to develop the software. And this software, this building is for the consumer. So consumer or customer is called external stakeholder. Am I clear to everyone? So two type of stakeholders are always there in a business. Whether you are learning marketing, I'm talking about business, I'm not talking about the project. In the business, two stockholders are there: internal stakeholder and external stakeholder. And external stakeholders are always customer or the consumer. Why I am saying customer? Customer means a customer can purchase the item but cannot consume. Customer can purchase, suppose a building you constructed, and building is purchased by, suppose, Reliance, and Reliance, after some profit or something they added, and they sold to the consumer like NM Misra. So here Reliance is a customer. An ABC company has constructed the building, and ABC is the developer who is constructing the building, and suppose XYZ have done so many company have worked, XYZ have done all the project, constructed the building for the ABC developer. The ABC is one stakeholder, ABC is another stakeholder, Reliance is another stakeholder, and the consumer NM Misra is another stakeholder. So stakeholder, persons or organization that are actively involved in the project, or whose interest may be positively or negatively affected by execution or completion of the project. This is not the definition I am taking from any book. This is the definition, it is not taken from any material. This is a standard definition as per the PMBOK guide. The first important thing, because all of you have joined operations as an elective and all of you are going to become the project manager in the coming time, one important thing for all of you: whenever you give any definition, whenever you talk anything, you must give the citation as I am giving the citation here. Reason behind the fact is, you are going to be operation manager, you are the project manager, and you will be surprised to know that all the Fortune 500 company in the globe, 96-97% CEO are coming from this particular domain of knowledge, and that is project management body of knowledge. So therefore, we as a project manager all over the globe expecting from everyone, whenever they give any type of definition, whenever they talk about anything with the internal stakeholder or with the external stakeholder, they must give the citation. That is what is stakeholders as per the PMBOK guide that I am talking here. Now, as you have seen, what is project? It is a limited time activity, limited resource activity, one time activity. It is an effort which is having a starting point, beginning point, and end point. Project requires an organized set of work efforts. Project requires a level of detail that is progressively elaborated upon as more information is discovered. Project has a unique combination of stakeholders, internal stakeholders, client, the project, the internal stakeholder who are working on the project, in the internal stakeholder for whom the project is being developed, and the user of the project. These are called the stakeholder, persons or organization, and altogether this is called project. So project, the three important thing you must note down, keep it in mind: limited time, limited resource. Limited time, limited resource. Time and again I'm repeating this sentence. Second things, one time activity. Third thing, limited, it has a organized work effort. organized work effort, and the objective to satisfy each and every stakeholders, and this we can start the project. So if you will think in this manner, then you can say that project is a set of activity. The third important point are the set of activities. Please note down, all of you. This is not there in the PowerPoint, but this is Dr. Mistra's way of understanding. Project is a set of activities. If you are constructing a project, you have a different activities, and each activity you have to complete in a particular time frame. So therefore, another words, we can say project is a set of activity. It means each activity has the limited time, have a limited resource, have their starting point, have their end point, and on each activity you have to put an organized work effort, and each activity you have to perform a unique combination of work for this of the stakeholders. Now, for doing these many things, if you want to complete anything in time, anything with a limited resource, you have to manage the things. And as you know, what is management? All of you, I always told, I used to say, what is management? People are quoting the different set of definitions, but I am quoting a different set of definitions for the management. Motive to serve professionally is called management. In the project management domain, this definition is very, very effective for everyone. Plan. If you want to manage the project management, we have to do. Motive, project management, motive to serve professionally. Motive to serve professionally, we have to complete the work in time with a limited resource. We have to put an organized effort. We have to control all the activity which is belongs to the project, and we have to satisfy and we have to take care of all the stakeholders of the project. And because it is a one-time activity, therefore we have to follow, we have to set an objective with a motive to serve professionally. So what is the objective of project management? Motive to serve professionally. And in the motive to serve professionally, we have include the work process. In the project management work process includes, please note down, initiation, planning, execution, and closure. How many steps are there in the project management? Initiation, planning, execution, and closure. IPEC. So work process requires trade-off among the scope, quality, cost, schedule of the project. So project management, the application of knowledge, skill, tools, and techniques to project activities, to project requirements. Project management knowledge, skill. So in the closure part, what we are doing in this project management work process requires trade-offs among the scope, quality, cost, schedule of the project. Project management includes administrative tasks because you have to execute it. Administrative task for planning, documenting, and controlling work. Work process requires trade-off like scope, quality, cost, and scheduling. Planning, documenting, and controlling work. Everything we will learn in the journey of this project management. So you just imagine what a beautiful way of things will move in this project management course. Project management includes leadership task, means how visioning the, motivating the stakeholders, promoting the work associates. And project management, finally, in the closing phase of the journey, you have to capture the knowledge, skill, and methods which you are applying in the project. Because this chapter, this unit is an introduction to project management, therefore, till now, all of you have seen that we learned what is project management and what are the various steps are there in the what is project and what is project management. What are the various work process involved in the project management? Project management steps are IPAC. IPAC. All of you please note down. One word, IPAC. IPAC means initiation, planning, execution, and close. History, almost all the related to the project management historical journey, which is given in your book also. If you will open your unit 1, you will find that it is a formal discipline started in 1950, and techniques of planning and controlling, scheduling and costing were developed for huge aerospace and construction project in 1950 and 60. Early project management, early project management, sorry, early project management involves determining project schedules based on the order of the project activity, manufacturing, research development, government and construction projects used and refined management techniques. You look into the history of project management, software companies offered software and software project management has started, wherein again planning and controlling the project costs and scheduling started in 1980 and 1990, and we started learning software project management, and you started learning the different type of software project management planning techniques like waterfall model, and today you are following agile model. We explain the project journey of project management to a scrum master. Today, if you will go to any software company, instead of saying project manager, we are calling the same project manager with a title of a scrum master, because the project management technique is changed. Instead of waterfall model, instead of prototype model, instead of agile model, instead of spiral model, and instead of incremental model, we started practicing agile model. So therefore, the name of in the software company, we changed from project manager to a scrum master. So this is how the project management journey, project management historical journey have landed into the software companies in 1980 and 1990, and today in 2020 we are talking to you because of the softwares only, because of team softwares. You are somewhere else. I don't know. You don't know where is Dr. Misra. You never interacted. I don't know whether we will interact. If you will take any interest, we can interact, but otherwise in whole life we cannot see each other. So this happened because of software companies which offered the software for planning and controlling, and by way of that we control the cost. Team have Microsoft have provided free of cost to take the classes. Risk management techniques for complex projects have been applied to less complex projects. Earlier communication and leadership major roles in the project success. Rapid growth and change in information technology and telecommunication fueled use of project management in 1990 to 2020. Rapid growth have taken place, and you can see I don't want to explain you. I will talk you what the how the Apple have Apple journey in between after this, what the Steve Bogg the Apple founder is talking about. How can a project work be described? Projects are temporary and unique. Operations are more continuous. Project that you have seen. How can a project work be described? Projects are temporary. I have already unique one-time activity, and it is the project is a process. Therefore, it is an operations are more continuous. Project managers needs both these skill. Very important thing for if you join the program, because you have to develop the soft skill. Soft skill means how you are interacting with the stakeholders. That is the journey of soft, how you are conducting the meeting, what type of leadership you have, how you are communicating with the people, how you are, what type of impact you have. These things you have to develop, then only you can become a project manager. So project managers need soft skill. Soft skill and the hard skill. Hard skill means you need to know all the different kind of tools and techniques, software tools and techniques, latest tools and techniques, latest machines to get the work done to be effective. Project manager frequently have more responsibility than the authority. That is very important thing. Most of the time you are project managers are not the functional manager. They are not the accounts manager. They are not the HR manager. They are the project manager. So they don't have much authority, but they have the responsibility. They have to get the work done from where sometimes you are the people who are working under you, they are not under your control. They are in the control with the project HR manager or accounts manager, but you have to get the work done from them. So therefore your soft skill, your hard skill will make you more responsible, and you can get the work done within a limited time and limited resource. Project go through predictable stage called the life cycle, and this life cycle is a IPEC. All of you have already seen initiation stage, planning stage, execution stage, and closure stage. Each stage we will talk in the journey. So project is a one time, therefore project are temporary. Project have both routine and unique characters. Some works in the projects are routine and some works are unique. One time something you have to do one time. Operation consists of ongoing need to ensure that an organization continues to function effectively. What is the difference between the projects versus operations? In the operations, you have assembly line, batch process. So time and again, you are on the same platform, you are manufacturing the product. Are you getting me? In the fixed position layout, on an assembly line layout, on a batch layout, or a departmental layout. These are the part of operations. You can time and again you can it is a permanent layout, permanent platform, where the same platform you are using for manufacturing the product and services time and developing the product and services time and again. That is called operations. Am I clear? But the project is a temporary one time, and this the same platform, same layout you cannot use time and again for developing the product and services. That is being elaborated here, the difference between the project and the operation process, other operation process. So altogether 5 is there. What is the software skill and hard skill? Software skill, as I told, software skill and hard skill both are required for you, for us. I'm not saying you, it is for us, both of us. Software skills means where we are communicating with you. Suppose whatever I'm discussing right now, if it is not reaching up to your cognition level, I cannot be a good project manager. Whatever you say, and that must hit you one time you understand it. So soft skill includes communication and leadership activity. You must see, whenever I am talking with you, I am asking time and again, am I with you? Am I with you? Means you can able to connect with me. Are you connected with me? So soft skill includes communication and leadership skill. Hard skill includes quality control, scheduling, budgeting, work, and risk management. Of course, the quality management I will teach you. Quality and project management both I am going to teach personally to all of you. And scheduling means time management, budgeting, everything we will discuss here in this these are the called hard skill. And successful project manager needs both soft and hard skill. And the important thing other than software and hard, along with the judgmental skill is very important. And time and again, training, experience, and mentoring are instrumental in developing the necessary skills. So authority and responsibility, projects are most effectively managed by with one person being assigned accountability. Project managers negotiate with functional manager. A project manager needs to develop the strong communication skill and the leadership skill to the project. All of you see here in this, I have already explained you you know the difference between the project manager needs to develop strong communication and leadership skills to pursue the subordinate to focus on the project. So here you see the functional manager is also a very important component, and this is called someone with management authority like your account manager, HR manager over an organizational unit. The manager of any group that actually makes a product or perform a service is called a functional manager. So let me tell you, I have already explained to you the various steps. Uh, 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 if you see the project life cycle, all projects go through a predictable stage that is called project life cycle, a collection of generally sequentially project phase whose name and numbers are determined by the control need of the organization or organization involved in the project is called project life cycle. Project life cycle stage, as I told, IPAC is the stage. You see here initiation, I, planning, execution, and control. These are the stages are there. If you will look into the page number 6 of your SLM, it talks about the, it gives you the Midland Insurance Company's project life cycle, initiation stage, planning stage, execution stage, and closing stage. The Midland Insurance Company case, if you will refer your book, what they are doing in the initiation stage. In the initiation stage, it is defining the problem and analyzing the cause. A project is proposed, planned at a high level, and key participants commit to it on in board terms. In the planning stage, they are the project in the planning life cycle stage starts after the initial commitment, includes detailed planning, and ends when all stakeholder accepts the entire detailed plan. In the Midland Insurance Company case, they are solution planning and implementation they are doing. Finally, in the executing phase, it includes authorization, means executing and monitoring and controlling the work units. And in the closing phase, Midland is doing evaluation of effects, sustained result, and share result. All activities after customer acceptance to ensure project is completed. Lessons are learned, resources are reassigned, contributions are recognized, and the benefits are realized. Most companies insist that the project must pass an approval of some kind to move from one stage to the next stage. The project life cycle is highly formalized and very specific. So projects are measured at selection, progress reporting, and benefit realization point. This is a very important thing for all of you. This slide is a very important slide for all of you. Please see here, project life cycle stages. All of you please see the project life cycle stage, which is given on a page number 12 also on your book. Page 12. All of you go to the page number 12. We have, as I told, the stage is IPAC. Initiation means selection and initiating stage. Selection and initiating stage, once you have selected a project and initiated the project, then after the one can say this stage is completed only when the project charter is ready. All of you will think, what is project charter? Project charter, suppose if I am going to start a building, if I am planning to make a building, so I selected a project, I initiated the project, and then I signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with a builder to construct a building. For example, if I am an IT company, suppose I am a Infosys and a client, I approach to a client, I am a banking software developer, and then I selected some bank, the initiated that we will do these things for you, and then finally they told, okay, go ahead and make a initiate what are the things you will do for us, and then we have made a project charter. And this project charter is a document. It is just like an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, that these are the things we will do for you, and both the parties will sign on it. So it is just like a contract paper. A contract paper enforceable by law. Agreement between the two parties, agreement between the client and the project developer, that these are the things the developer will do for you, and that is coming in the form of an agreement. And once this agreement is enforceable by law, then it is called project charter. How to make a project charter? I have already put it, a project charter blank format on. I have created a project management channel, and here I have already, I will share you the link, and if you will write your email ID, we will share with me on an email. I can't see your email ID on this screen, so therefore I request everyone to write a mail to me, share me the email ID, and request me that please add on a project management channel. If I will add you on the project management channel, I have already uploaded a document, how a blank format of how to prepare a project charter. And in that blank format, you will learn how to make a project charter, right? It is a Word document. I have already uploaded it. So once the project charter is ready and both the parties will sign, then the second step will start, that is called planning stage, where we will plan how to do the work. And once the planning document, we will share the planning kickoff document, and this planning kickoff document will be acceptable by your client. Then we will start the third step, that is called execution stage. And this execution stage will complete only when we will show you the last closure of the execution stage is the project result. Once the project result will be shared, then we will start with a closing and realizing, and closing and realizing document will be closed by administrative closure. Let us see on the top, this is a document which is showing on the top, it is a effort, level of effort. You can see at the selection and initiation stage, less effort is required. But at the execution stage, very high level of organized effort is required. So effort is also shown on the top. You can accordingly, means more number of manpower is required at the execution level. Less number of manpower is required at the selection and initiation stage, and little bit lesser manpower is required at the planning and closing stage. So this is the journey. It is the life cycle of a quality improvement project of a company, which is being shown here, and that you can see. Understanding the project management institute is there, which is a body, which is PMI. What is the name of this project management institute? PMI. So those who are trying to become those who are willing to become a good project manager, best project manager of the world, they have to follow the PMI, Project Management Institute. It's a body which creating the project management knowledge, that is called body of knowledge for the project management, that is called PMBOK. And it PMBOK help you in learning the selecting and prioritization of project, planning of the project, execution of the project, closure of the project. And in this chapter, in this whole course, we will use the software of MS Project. Instead of MS Project, we will use another freeware to understand how even we can use the MS Excel also to how the project management execution part will be controlled using the software. So using MS Project. So in this our project management, we will talk about now. We will talk about PMI. What is PMI? What is PMBOK? We will talk about what is the how we can use the project management software for doing and controlling managing the project. That we will talk about. We will talk about different types of projects. Let us see. The Project Management Institute is the largest professional organization which publishes and regularly update a guide to the PMBOK, established a professional certification like PMP certification. It established a second certification, certified associate in the project management. Project management body of knowledge, it consists of project management life cycle, 5 process groups and 9 knowledge area. PMBOK process is saying that we have to follow the IPEC, initiating, planning, execution, monitoring and closure. Project PMBOK knowledge area is divided into integration management, scope management. It is given in your book also, and as per this we have created the part 1, that is integration management, scope management, time management, cost management, quality management, human resource management, communication management, risk management and procurement management. If you will refer the book, page number 12, you will see we have the overview of book. If you will refer, in the chapter 2 we talk about the project selection and prioritization. In the chapter 3 we are talking about focusing on organization structure. In the chapter 4 we are talking about how to prepare the project charter. And the part 2 of this journey is, this is the organization, a selection and initiation part, chapter 1, 2 to 4, that we will start from the session 2, part 1. Part 1 covers chapter 2, 3 and 4, selection and initiation phase. Part 2 is the planning project, and that is your chapter number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the chapter 5, you will learn about identifying the various project stakeholders. In the chapter 6, we will talk about how to do the project scheduling. Chapter 7, we will talk about demonstrate how to schedule the resources on the resource planning. Chapter 8, we will talk about project budgeting. Chapter 9, we will start and establish a risk management planning. Chapter 10, we will talk about how the modern project quality concepts have evolved. And part 3 is the, as you know, execution phase, includes 3 chapters. Chapter 11, 12 and 13 NECS. It is the describing how to carry out the project work for the project teamwork. Yeah, and project work is being performed, monitoring and controlling of the project work. And chapter 13 is the closure phase of the project. So these are the steps: identify the potential projects, selection and prioritization, how to select and prioritize the project, what value does each potential project brings to the organization, that you will learn in the selection and prioritization of the projects. How to select and prioritize the project. What value does each potential project brings to the organization? Are the demand of the performing each project understood? Are the resources needs to perform the project available? Is there enthusiastic support both from the external customer and from one or more internal companies are available, and which projects are best help the organization achieve its goal. These are the things we will discuss in the selecting and prioritization project, which is from chapter number 2 to chapter number 5. These are the things we have, and I'm just checking you to how it looks like. Overview of the book. Project management is a integrative project. Part 1, as I told, project management basics you are learning in the chapter 1. Chapter 2, same thing, it is given in your book. Chapter 2, project selection and prioritization. Chapter 3 is a project charter. Project charter. What is project charter is given in this PowerPoint slide. A document issued by a project initiator or a sponsor that formally authorizes the existence of a project and provide the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resource to project activity. Moment I'm saying it is authorization means it is a contract. So we have in the part 2 we will, so in the part 1 the most important concept skill you will develop is how to prepare the project charter, right? In the part 1 from chapter number 1, 2 and 3. 1 we are going to complete introduction. So chapter 2 and 3 where you will learn how to prepare the project charter. In a second part, that is a planning, IPEC planning stage. Here you will learn what is work breakdown structure. Chapter 5 and 6. Work breakdown is a deliverable oriented hierarchy. Companies in the work that we will explain you. And in a planning phase, you have chapter 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, where I will explain you how to do the quality management, budgeting, scheduling, and risk planning. These things we will talk. Third page is the performing of the project, where you will learn how to project supply chain management, project team management, monitoring and controlling of the project. And finally, we will talk about how to close the project. So altogether, before summarizing, I'm going to take you to the PMI, what is PMI Institute and how it is working. I'm just discarding it. Am I with you? Can you hear me, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I'm coming. All of you, please open your Google along with me. I'm sharing you the desktop now. Okay, so all of you can see my desktop. Please open the Google. In this this is the Padlet platform I have already shared to you. This link is already there. I have already uploaded the introduction to project management that you can see now. Number 1. Okay. And here I have already uploaded it. Now all of you go here and open the Google and write here PMI. All of you please write PMI. PMI.org, projectmanagement.pmi.org. Please, all of you, please click the PMI. All of you clicked it. Those who have not clicked it, for them, I am sharing you the link. I am sharing you the link. 1 minute. It's hanged somewhere. All of you, please open the pmi.org. This is the link for you. Those who have not clicked it, I have already shared to you. And here is the PMBOK guide and standard is there. Those who are virtual experience series on demand, you can register today. I have already, if you want, I can log in here. You registered it because this is the platform from where in future all of you you must develop a vision to get a certification, and here is the type of certification is available. You can get the PMP certification, you can get it from this platform itself. Agile certification, those who are in the software company, PMP, certified associate project, all the different set of certification, and I think this PMP is the world-based certification. I recommend everyone must go for this, and those who are in the software industry and doing the this specialization must go for agile certification. These two are very important for all of you. Now, whatever you are learning today, it is starting from all the learning of a project manager is begin from this PMBOK guide and standard. Here is the solutions available, practice, standards, frameworks, all are found. This is the standards available. You can see the standard for earned value management, standard, all are given. How to practice, learning and events are also there. If you want to learn here, you can learn. Publications are there, tools and templates are given. Here is the store. From here you can get the books pertaining to online courses are also there. You have lot many options from where you can learn. Online courses are also there. You can see the online courses, right? So this is the way from where you can enhance your learning, and all the project management practices and guidelines is coming from this association itself. What is PMI and how it is effective for you. The case studies are also there that you can refer the case study, and lot many case studies there, like federal project and program management, community practice, developing the project management, all the different set of practices are there. I am telling you, all of you must go through and develop the learning or about the project management from this particular platform. It's a very effective and efficient platform. You can join as a become a member. How to earn free, that you can join here. You can register yourself and join and try to become and understand what is PMBOK guide and standard. So my request is you must read this PMBOK guide. We have the practice guide, all are free of course, that you can see it here. We have the practice guide for the project management that you can see and you can do it. This is all about what the project management practices are there all together. Now I am going to take you to one of the very interesting lecture, what the Steve Jobs is talking, what the Steve Jobs is talking about, that I'm going to share in the project management. All of you see here what the Steve Jobs.
Apple's an incredibly collaborative company.
Apple he's talking about.
So, you know how many committees we have at Apple? No. 0. We have no committees.
No committees.
We are organized like a startup. One person's in charge of iPhone OS software. One person's in charge of Mac hardware. One person's in charge of iPhone hardware engineering. Another person's in charge of worldwide marketing. Another person's in charge of operations. We're organized like a startup. We're the biggest startup on the planet. And we all meet for 3 hours once a week, and we talk about everything we're doing, the whole business. And there's tremendous teamwork at the top of the company, which filters down to tremendous teamwork throughout the company. And teamwork is dependent on trusting the other folks to come through with their part without watching them all the time, but trusting that they're going to come through with their parts. And that's what we do really well. And we're great at figuring out how to divide things up into these great teams that we have and all work on the same thing, touch bases frequently, and bring it all together into a product. We do that really well. And so what I do all day is meet with teams of people and work on ideas and solve problems to make new products, to make new marketing programs, whatever it is.
And are people willing to tell you you're wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, other than snarky journalists. I mean, people that work for you.
Oh, yeah. No, we have wonderful arguments.
And do you win them all? Or?
Oh, no, I wish I did. No, see, you can't. If you want to hire great people and have them stay working for you, you have to let them make a lot of decisions, and you have to be run by ideas, not hierarchy. The best ideas have to win.
So,
otherwise, good people don't stay.
But you must be more than a facilitator who runs meetings. You obviously contribute your own ideas.
I contribute ideas, sure. Well, why would I be there if I didn't?
Welcome back. I can see all of you. What is the great learning? Have you heard the Steve Jobs, all of you? Yes, can you, one of you open it? Tell me. Have you heard what the Steve Jobs narrated and stated about Apple Corporation? Yeah, good. So idea and the teamwork, two important things is there for managing any startup or any big project. That is the things we have seen and we listen from Steve Jobs. Friends, this is a very interesting discussion. It's a person who has started a small company and big startup with zero capital and only ideas and teamwork, means both the hard skill and soft skill together. They become a big Apple, and all of you can see the Apple Corporation. The things he narrated is he's talking about what are different things required for us, you know, in a weekday meeting, teamwork, initiation, selection, planning, execution, and control. And I think Dr. Misra, you and me, nothing, the experience of Steve Jobs is very, very important for everyone. Now, this is the time from where we can start the Q&A of the Unit 1. If you see at the end of each chapter, we have given 10 multiple choice questions. All of you please go. I think all of you are sitting with the question bank, and I opened, now it is open. I'm open with the meeting chat, and I'm going to read one by one. This is a Q&A time, and in this Q&A time, I will read all the questions and I will try to see the answer from you, and then I will answer. This is a Q&A. First question I am reading. All of you, please read the first question. Answer is not given in the book, as you are already aware in the project management books. But the reason behind the fact is we have already shared the answer on the LMS, number one. And secondly, in the class, I will share you. If you are not able to get, I will up the answer on the Padlet platform also. Question number one. Question number one, all of you read it. Which project role provides resources? It is based on whatever you have learned till now. Which project role provides resources or support for the project, promotes and protect the project and at a higher level of management, and takes an active role in the project from the chartering stage to the project closure stage. So we have four options: A, functional manager, project manager, project team member, project sponsor. What is your answer? Question number one, what is your answer? Project manager. Very good. So Shubham Gupta, project manager is the correct answer. Answer is B. Good. Next question. All of you have already seen. Which PMBOK guide knowledge area includes those processes requires to ensure that the project includes all the work required and only the work required to complete the project successfully. Question number two.
Scope management.
Yeah, very good. So answer is B. Question number 2, answer is B. Scope management. You can write like this. Question number 3. Please go to the question number 3. Read all of you. In order to be successful, the project team must be able to access the need of stakeholders. We have already learned, and manage their expectation through effective communication. At the same time, they must balance competing demand between project scope, schedule, budget, risk, quality, and resources, which are also known as the project. Answer is, which one is the answer? A. Plan element, deliverable, constraint, target. Question 3. What is the correct answer?
Deliverable.
Okay. So question number 3 have already been answered. Now coming to the question number 4. Question number 4. Please read your question number 4. In which project management process group would you find those processes that establish the scope of efforts for project, refine the project objective, and define the course of action to achieve the objective? You have 4 options. Initiating the process group. Answer is already there. Somebody have. Yes, please tell me which one is the correct answer. Shubham is saying initiation. Yes. Which one is the correct answer? Lavneet Sharma. A. Now coming to the Q5. Question number 5. Please read all of you. Question number 5. Do along with me. You see, the beautiful thing is during this 8 sessions, at the end of each chapter, 10 questions are there. So if you will do all the 10 questions, it means 130 questions. So what else you are looking for? Question number 5. Project passes through a series of phases as they, and you can refer the book also in between to find out the answer. Don't worry, you don't, whatever we explain, book is there in your hand and question is there. Project passes through a series of phases as they move from initiation to project closure. The name and number of these phases can vary significantly depending on the organization, the type of applications, industry, or technology employed. These phases creates the framework for the project and are referred to collectively as the A. Project life cycle, project management information system, product life cycle, quality methodology. What is the answer?
Project life cycle.
Very good. So answer is A. Question number 6. All of you go to the question number 6 now. Based on PMI definitions, as you have already gone through the PMI website, PMI definitions, which of these is a good example of project? Please read it. All of you are already knowing what is project. Manufacturing a standard commodity. If you are manufacturing, it is a part of operations. Following policies and procedures for procuring an item. Designing and launching a new website and using a checklist to perform quality control. Which one is the correct answer? So Shubham Gupta is correct. He has already.
New website.
Okay, very good. Question number, next is question number 7. All of you please go to the question number 7 now. Uday. The responsibility of the project management office, PMO, project management office, and the degree of control that it provides can cover a broad spectrum. All these are examples of type of PMO structure within organization except controlling, selective, supportive, directive. Question number 7, please see all of you. Please refer the book once again and see. Question number 8 now. When would a predictive project life cycle be the preferred approach? When would a predictive project life cycle be the preferred approach? We have 4 options here. Predictive life cycle be the preferred approach when the high level of vision have been developed, but the product scope is not well defined, when the environment is changing rapidly, when the product to be delivered is well understood, and when the product will be created through a series of repeated cycles. Which one is the correct answer? Tell me. Question number 8, all of you. Some of you may be working on and already gone through. When would a predictive project, okay, so when the product to be delivered is well understood, Then when would be a predictive project life cycle can be preferred approach? Right, very good answer. Now the question number 9. All of you please see the question number 9. If you will, I am showing you the way of learning. If you will complete question number 9, please read. To be effective, a project manager needs to possess all the following competency except. Very simple answer. I have already discussed. You don't have the authority. You have only responsibility. Which one is the correct answer? Question number 9. You don't have the authority, only the responsibility. Question number 9, answer is B. Last question. And all of you are answering, very good. Last question is question 10. And I think all of you are going to complete in time our session. Question 10. In adaptive life cycle. Adaptive means you can adopt the things, change driven or agile methodology, adaptive life cycle. The overall scope of the project is fixed and the time and the cost are developed incrementally. The overall cost is fixed and the project scope and schedule will be developed. Which one is the answer have already given by someone? Question number 10, once again, please go through. Prashant. Lavneet Sharma is saying C. The time and cost are, this is talking about agile methodology. Those who are from the computer background, those who are already knowing about what is the work of in agile methodology or what is the role of a scrum master, they can answer perfectly. So we have the options. The time and cost are fixed, but the scope is developed iteratively. So C is the correct answer. So am I clear? So with this we have concluded the journey, and we have already completed 11:30, and we will share you the answer key also on the Padlet platform, and it is already there on your LMS. The answer key is already there on your LMS, no issue. But I think all of you have already completed. If you have any query pertaining to the first chapter, Introduction to Project Management, you can write a mail. You can put it on the Padlet also. We have given you the link of Padlet where you can see. I'm just demonstrating you how to use the Padlet here. Here is your Padlet link. All of you can see now. This is your Padlet link. All of you just click it at your end. And in this Padlet link, which you can see on the screen, here on the bottom, you have a plus sign, pink color, and plus sign is there. You see, I am just clicking. You just click it here, all of you, and write. All of you, please write a reflection. Reflection in 100 words. Please, all of you, this is for you. 100 words. 100 words. Reflection in 100 words. Reflection of what? Reflection of 100 words. What you learned about the 100 words. Session 1. What you have learned today. You just think about, sit down, think it and write in 100 words and paste it here. Right? This is the assignment for all of you. You go through introduction, you learn, you can write that I learned introduction to project management. What is project? You write about project. What is project management? You write about what is project management. Am I right? So like I am just going to encapsulate here. Dr. Misra is saying, writing the reflection. From my side, if somebody will say, I will say here, a project is an organized set of work efforts undertake to produce a unique output subject to limitation of time and resources such as money and people. Project is a one-time activity and project is a set of activity. Project has a limited resource and it is a unique one-time activity. Project management includes work process that pack, initiate, plan, execute, control, and close the project work. Trade-off must be made between the scope, quality, cost, and schedule. All projects, regardless of size, complexity, or application, need to be planned and managed. PMI, all of you have seen, we have seen the website of PMI. PMI is a large professional organization devoted to promote and standardize the project management understanding and methods. We got a reflection from the Steve Jobs Apple Corporation that teamwork, idea, and brainstorming are the three key components by way of which a project manager can enhance their hard skill and soft skill and manage the project successfully. At the end, we have done 10 multiple choice questions. With this, I am concluding the reflection of your session 1. I hope all of you, the way I explained, all of you will write the reflection and post it on this Padlet platform. And from this Padlet platform, I'm saying you thanks to all. I'm writing instead of thanks to all, I'm writing thanks to all. So I'm writing thanks to all. So thank you. So with this, I'm concluding the discussion now. I'm just stop sharing. You can leave the session. I will close the session in a second. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Okay. I am open on the chat box. So thank you all. And here also I am writing thanks. If you have any issue, you can write thanks to me. We will meet you on the next session too. Don't feel you must write your feedback. What type of improvement we can incorporate in the journey of learning project management in the next class. We will upload a software that is called related to project management. I will demonstrate you and then log in on the Padlet. I have already shared you a link. No, link is there with you. If you don't have the link, I'm sharing you the link now. And here is the link. I'm sharing you the link, and just you click the link, and you will get you are directly you can start writing. I shared you the link. Baban Rao. Okay. Any one of you have written anything? Thank you very much. And my email ID is already there with you. Wherever you face any difficulty, you can write a mail to me. I'm always there with you. Even I will respond to your WhatsApp on my email ID. My number, please note down. 220-8371 931-220-8371. You can write and WhatsApp to me. Thank you very much. Bye. Please stop it. I'm just stop the recording. Stop recording.